Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring in a special series of Jurassic World Rebirth. This is the Distortus Rex Lego Custom Tutorial. So it's taking quite a while, and it's quite difficult for me to do the kit bashing on the D-Rex because first, there is no given base figure that would carry this big of a creature. Unlike sauropods, it doesn't have that same structure. So what I did is, so far, is I tried to create two sets of arms. This is the longer one, the more gorilla-like arm, and then of course the two T-Rex arms. I used the three-fingered theropod here because I wanted it not to have the smaller two claws of the usual Lego one. It has to be bigger because it's a bigger animal. You can see here that it's technically disproportionate if we're going to use the other arm, the T-Rex. Also, this has several articulations to it. This is a ball joint, this is a ratchet joint, and this one is also a this is a swivel one, and this is a ratchet joint. So it offers a lot of mobility and playability on the creature. I also extended the legs here. I used legs of the giraffe. The usual Rex feet here, and of course extended here. The thighs, as you can see, is quite payat, or it's thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend further the girth of the thighs here so that it would be much bulkier and much heavier set. This will also have an abdomen as well. It looks quite emaciated at the moment. And look here, I've extended the tail as much as 2 times the length here, so you can see that it's much more proportionate now. Here's the head so far. It will attach here, so it will have that specific look to it. I'm figuring out still how I'm going to put this here. So yeah. Okay, so now that we've finished the kit bashing on our D-Rex, we will now bulk it up on some areas that are with negative space, such as this area. So what we'll be doing is with aluminum paper, or with aluminum foil, we're going to bulk it up somehow by filling in some of the gaps. Just enough so we don't have to use a lot of clay on it. So after we place those, I can have a glue gun and secure that on the sides. And we'll do the same for the rest of the body. So I'm actually making changes to the current figure that I have here. I replaced the arms with this. I think the rancor or the hands that I have here is much more accurate for the Distortus Rex. It's also the same arm that I used here, except that, I had this changed. It's really fitting the overall look of the Distortus. I also have here a rancor figure, and I'm looking at the possibility of having this as the head instead, because the other one that I have, which is this one, is quite heavy, to be honest. And given the fact that we are still going to add in several more layers of aluminum foil to this, and then of course putting in some more of the clay to it, that's really going to give it some more weight. So, and this particular figure is already upfront heavy in its own. So here's the initial scope of my Distortus Rex. As you can see here, it's quite rough around the edges. We would still need to, further put in the details, do a lot of wet sanding on this one, because to be honest, at this current state, it's not looking the way I planned it to look, but it's getting there, guys. It's getting there. And after 2 days straight of sculpting, my hands are kind of tingly already, but it's all worth it because this is how it looks like so far. And you can see here that I've added several more details, added in the claws to the figure. The other one is gray, so you can see it. Here's also added the duck claw on our figure. Did several more adjustments to the neck area, as you can see here, and yeah, completed everything just in time. And now we're going to wet sand the hell out of this particular figure. So here I've already completed the meticulous, I would say, wet sanding, but it's not that perfect, but I'm still okay with it, I guess. We'll just go over it again probably later on. But here I've added some quills on the Distortus Rex and the captive's card or the painting. It actually had quills on its back, so I figured I'd add those. Yeah. And this is how it looks like after we have primered it. It's such a big figure, so some of the parts are not fully painted, but anyways, we're going to just manually paint those by hand. And yeah, excited to put some color on this one. Here are the winners for Guesses PC contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Concrete Man, Ellie Collins, Barry Edison, Carmen Lady Pastrana, Megal Even Altispinax, Super Crunchy Mario, Ari Zapata, T-Rex Studio Productions, Small-Headed Dragon, and Evolved Rex 25. Congratulations everyone, and of our top 10 winners:
10,
Aiden Stevenson,
top 9,
Aguirres,
top 8,
Jurassic Tex 30,
top 7,
Waffles BR NFX,
top 6,
John Fayo Life,
top 5,
Reset DT Era Pratamamo,
top 4,
Tavin Robertson,
top 3,
Dragon Chick,
top 2,
Jaku BZ
and
Zach,
top 1.
Colton Todd. Congratulations everyone, and for those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon, will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. On the homepage, just click on the community link to see all our posts. So here we have our materials for painting our Distortus Rex, and we have here different sizes of brushes, water, acrylics, permanent markers. We also have here different colored markers, and we have here the ever trusty hair dryer to hasten up the process. So we have here our Distortus Rex already primered with gray. I actually filled in some of the gaps because earlier it didn't, it had a few missing, I would say, parts to it, but now I have mixed here some burnt umber and a little bit of black, and this is more or less a wash type of paint. And technically, or usually, I go for a lighter paint first before putting in the darker areas, but this time I wanted to have a dark wash on the upper portions of the figure, and you'll know later on why I did this, because I wanted to have some dimensions, and because since the Distortus Rex would be more flesh in tones, the undertones didn't have to be gray, it can be brown. so that is the reason why I'm doing this actually. So we're going to technically paint the entire figure with this wash color. As you can see here, it's actually taking up already some of the pigment, and this is going to be a really good, hopefully a really good paint application from since this is actually the first time I'm doing this. So after one layer of that wash, here is actually how it looks like, and I'm happy with it. It looks translucent, it looks alive, and I think I'm done. I'm just kidding. So we're going to do the same on the other side, and we're going to add in some more details. Next would be a series of dry brushing techniques, lighter ones I would say, on certain raised areas as well as the bottom half of the Distortus Rex. So this would create that additional depth on the creature. As you can see here, I'm dry brushing several areas on the mouth, of course that bubble head top as well. You can see that it's already looking gruesome and ugly, which is actually my main goal for this particular creature. So we're going to dry brush areas of the bottom half, as you can see here. This is actually a mixture of bleached titanium and some yellow ochre. So dry brush that on our Distortus Rex. Like so. And to bring in some of the warmth back, I mixed here some what do you call this, some orange wash, and I'm somehow, you know, blushing some areas of our Distortus Rex here. So it's going to bring some elements of warmth into the figure. So it should complement the mid-tones of our Distortus Rex here. Like so. And to bring in some more light into the figure, we have here a white wash. It's a combination of white and just a little bit of what do you call this? This is unbleached titanium, and we're going to lightly brush it on areas that we wanted to highlight on the figure, and we are going to slightly, you know, blend it with the rest of the colors over here. So I've already done the bottom part and this half of the figure. All we need to do is do the same on the other side as well. So we're also going to do that on the legs. Like so. Ever so gently and lightly. Yep. And lastly, for the finishing up of the base colors, we are blushing some parts of the Distortus Rex with this peach color. It is going to bring up some of the life into the figure. As you can see here, we're lightly brushing some areas that are raised, and it is going to somehow give that skin tonal quality of the figure, as well as bringing in some of the warmth back on our Distortus Rex, like what I've actually done here on the other side. It's subtle, but it goes a long way. So we mixed here some browns, greens, and blacks, and we're just putting in individual scales on the back of the Distortus Rex. And this is where you can actually, take advantage and cover up some of the imperfections that you have in your sculpt. And believe me, this D-Rex has a lot of them, and so I'm taking my time to, cover some of them. But for some of those that are way beyond where these details should be, we're going to find some other ways to cover them up. Now we're adding more details into the figure, and this is a very dark brown, and we're painting individual, quills on our D-Rex. Now most of the D-Rex, when it was pictured in the toy as well as in in some of the artist depiction, it didn't have quills, but in the captive's card it does have quills on its back. So I'm putting these just because it was official in a toy line, art content, that it had quills on its back. So we're adding these. We're also going to use this same paint to paint on the details on the figure scales on its hands. So individual scales on its hands. Later on I'll be putting those. And it's time for a quick mani-pedi. So we have here a light gray color, and I think it is a good, I would say, color to break out the realism on the body of our D-Rex. It makes it more Lego-like in appearance than what it is now. Currently it's really looking awesome, but we really have to somehow tie it still with how Lego would make it look like in my style still. So probably 2 or 3 coats on this one should do, because we had it a little bit watered down so it flows freely on our nails or our claws here. So initially I think the D-Rex idea was kind of off to me, but now that it's growing and I see the potential, I really like. I think it would do success for the film. But anyways, let's see how the film turns out. I'm quite excited for it on July. Oh god, that face is so gnarly. But anyway, so we're going to paint the teeth here with a mix of white and some yellow ochre. And individually, yes, we're going to paint them. And we're going to add in some more of the details to our Distortus Rex. I think that would be the end of our tutorial video, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this. Please watch out for the second part of this particular video, which is of course a closer look and a little something special also for you guys at the end of that particular video, so watch out for that. Yeah, so again, if you happen to like this type of content and other Jurassic customs, and also if you like Lego, then again, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving this particular video a like, putting in some comments of course, and sharing it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And also, please do not forget to support our other channels, EB2 Universe, The Adventures of Moira and Asher, and Tito Mike's Kitchen. Please watch their videos and support their channel by subscribing, guys. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks everyone, and bye! Oops, I made a boo-boo.